I'm going to talk to you about one of the biggest challenges that you're going to face whilst trying to secure your business. Security awareness training is seen by quite a few businesses as being quite expensive. On the user side, some training is seen as being boring, is seen as not being engaging enough, and therefore the whole thing can now be seen as being ineffective. However, there's one thing that we cannot escape. Despite the technological advances out there, social engineering attacks are still the most successful attack route for hackers out there. This is something that we cannot ignore, and it's something that we must do something about. And the best way that you're going to do that is by implementing an effective security awareness training program to build the culture needed to find these loopholes. In this video, I'm going to spend the next few minutes explaining to you about ways in which you can implement an effective program that doesn't break the bank and actually gets people off their seats and starting to care about this stuff in your business.
Let me grab you for one quick second. Now, I set up Caladium Cyber with one clear mission, and that's to provide as much value as possible to as many businesses out there. However, for me to do that, I need your help. If you like and if you subscribe to this channel, not only does it help me out, it also helps other businesses in your position to think differently about information security and stop security incidents happening to them. Now, that's one quick favour that I'm asking from you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy.
When someone mentions information security training or cybersecurity awareness training, I can place a pretty confident bet that I know what you're thinking of right now. Yeah, that's it. E-learning modules. Now, there's nothing wrong with e-learning modules whatsoever if they're done and used correctly. So, e-learning modules are typically seen as something that can be used to show that people are doing the training or have the awareness of some of the things that they need to do. So, for example, if you're in a very heavy regulated environment, you need to demonstrate and you need to show that quite a lot of your users are going through the compliance training that they need to go through. And that's absolutely fine, especially if there's a lot that people need to know about. However, if you're going to go down that route, I want you to ensure that you're picking the very best e-learning training platform that you can buy. You need to pick something that is actually relevant to your organization and isn't just a blanket approach. You need to pick something that automatically updates the training by its own accord to ensure that what people are going through is relevant and is new to the current environment that you're in. And with the advances in AI, you can pick e-learning training platforms that can actually simulate some of the emails and messages that people can receive in a real social engineering attack, which therefore means that people will be well trained to actually see when these real messages actually come through. So, e-learning modules, absolutely fine, but please remember, quality is better than quantity. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk to you about are phishing simulation exercises or phishing campaigns. So for those of you that aren't aware, a phishing campaign is essentially a campaign where you send out a group of fake phishing messages to people. So you could choose to whether to, for example, pick a particular department within your business, or you could send it out to everyone. However, if you're being really clever about this, you would use this as an exercise to inform and implement improvement, as opposed to something that is used to point at people and pick out the people that are falling foul of these messages. Now, let me give you an example. So say that if as part of your campaign, you're sending finance related information within this phishing message to your account team. Now, if you get enough data, you'll be able to understand the type of messages and the type of requests that people are falling foul to. And you can use that information, for example, to tighten up some of your finance related processes, maybe some of your approval processes. And that's really where you're going to get the value from it. So you're going to find the holes that are in your business, the holes that are in your processes, and you're going to find them in your own safe environment as opposed to waiting for a real social engineering incident to actually happen. So this can be really, really powerful if done properly. However, let me tell you one thing that is also very powerful. Whatever I've mentioned in this video, it's only going to matter if you've got senior management involvement in all of this. If all of this is just done and managed by a small set of people within your business and you haven't got that top-down approach, then all of this will eventually fall flat. In my next video, I'm going to explain to you why it's so important that top management are involved in everything, and I mean everything that you do from a cybersecurity perspective.